Hello, everybody. I hope you're well wherever you are. My name is Sylvia Mukasa, and I am CEO of Global X Investments Limited. I am based in Nairobi, Kenya. I hope you can all hear me now. Yeah? Okay. Just checking to see if any messages are going to come through if you can't hear me. Okay. Assumption is you can all hear me. Right. Okay. So I get a heads up that my sound is fine. Apologies for that. Okay, so we are discussing today technology and entrepreneurship, and how technology can be used for your growth, either as an entrepreneur or as a professional. So I'll just repeat briefly in case you missed out on what I said in the beginning. So I said one of the ways that you can use technologies through social media, of course, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, are platforms that you can use. And then I'd also mentioned about using at least 3 platforms, and then especially platforms where your potential customers or where your customers are, then you send a common message through those platforms. Oh, great. Okay. So you can use social media to reach out to new customers. You can use social media to reach out to potential customers and promote your products and services. Okay. So another way to utilize your social media is to integrate, and a way that you can integrate these social media platforms is, for example, through the use of Hootsuite. And then you can also do web-based advertising, and this is basically where you integrate your website and your social media pages, so that whatever you send on your website can also be sent on your social media. Now you can use DIY tools, for example, WordPress, Squarespace, or Wix, or hire a web developer to create for you a website, and then you use that to send whatever communication you have, and then also share that on your social media pages. Another way is through marketing and improved communication processes. And this improved communication processes could be very basic. For example, through the use of email or blog posts, just generally using very simple or sending very simple messages to your clients. Another way is to use MailChimp, where you send newsletters to your clients. I'm sure some of you are probably subscribed to some organizations, and you receive information periodically. The reason and what these organizations do is they create a report or create some content, and then they send it to whoever subscribes to their services, or people who are on their database. And then you can also use Google Ads to do your marketing campaigns. And on Google Ads, for example, Google actually has courses which it gives free of charge, and you can go to those kind of resources and learn how to use some of these tools for your benefit. Okay. And then for market research as well, you can use tech for market research, and this would simply be through Googling about what people are doing or what opportunities are available, or if you're looking for a job, for example, and you want to know what kind of people have held positions, you could actually go on LinkedIn and you'll see a history of people who worked with certain organizations and what qualifications they had, and you compare those with what you have, and then apply for the job if you feel you could be a good fit. If you're doing market research for a business, one of the ways that you can use is Google Global Market Finder. And this is a tool that helps you search in terms of what kind of product people are looking for in a geographical area. If you have a unique product, this would not be a suitable platform for you, because if your product is unique, chances are not so many people are looking around for it. Where if your product is not unique, this is a very good way to find out what kind of people would be attracted to your product or in which market area. Okay. Then another thing is some businesses already use ERP systems or CRM systems. Now, the difference between the ERP systems and CRM systems is that the ERP systems are more internally focused. So they will probably guide your salespeople in terms of leads and how much money they are going to collect and things like that. So it's very internally facing. But CRM tells you more about your customers and how you should build relationships with them. So what you need to do is you need to integrate this to your ERPs and your CRM so that you have a 360-degree view of what's going on in your organization. And so you better understand your customers' needs, their order history, their habits, and their preferences, which is something that you should be doing as a business if you're already using CRMs or ERP systems. Then another way you can use technology is to actually raise funds or money. And this raising of funds could be in terms of you as a business person or as a professional. So if you're looking for scholarships, for example, you could search on scholarship opportunities using technology. And you can get this information from WhatsApp groups. You can get the information from Google searches or other kinds of searches online, and you get to know what's available for you. You can also use crowdfunding platforms. So one that's common is GoFundMe, where people go and raise money for different users. So it could be for your studies, or for a project you're doing, or for your business. And you could also do searches on angel investors and other business advisors who could give you more information on how you could raise capital for your business. Then technology can also be used to improve productivity and for project management. So you need to understand what tasks are being done in your business or whatever projects you are doing. Yes, thank you very much for sharing the link to the presentation. You can follow my conversation from there. So yeah, so you can use this productivity software to improve and also understand what is going on in terms of the projects that are being done in your organization. And also everybody gets to know what's going on, what different people are doing in the team towards a project. And tools that can be used for this include Slack, Trello, there's Basecamp. You can use Google Docs to share your documents. And generally get everybody involved, and people don't have to follow up to know what you're doing when you're doing a project. And this can also be used for personal business. And then another tool that you can use is webinars like we are doing today. Hold discussions either with business partners or attend a session like this that we are holding today, and you get to learn. You can do video conferences, you can do meetings remotely with your employees. So even if you're traveling across the globe or across the country, you can still hold meetings with your staff members. And examples of tools that you can use are Zoom, there's Skype, and there's so many others where people can actually book available slots and dates and times that are suitable both for you and for them. And it reduces a back and forth. Like, are you available at this time? And then someone says no. So the available slots, a variety of available slots that people can choose and use and engage with you. Another way is that technology can be used is for customer support technologies. And this is through messaging, through forums, and just basic phone calls. You can use your phone to call people. That is still using technology to reach out to your customers. And then there's also web-based call centers. And this helps because you're able to respond to a huge number of people and decrease response time. So people are not feeling that you're not taking care of their needs. And then you can also automate your customer support processes. And this you can do through call routing or the use of AI chatbots. So nowadays, if you go to, even a bank, sometimes you do find this chat rooms that just pop up. Those are chatbots that organizations are using to chat with their customers. And you don't have to call the customer care, but you can chat and get responses to your questions. Another way that you can also use technology is through online publishing. So if you're a writer, or if you're a business that has a report or information that you want to share with people, you can go and post online. And WordPress is one good site for doing this. LinkedIn also provides opportunities for you to publish your articles and others as well. Then you can also go and learn online from global networks. And this, you can get information from blog posts, you can listen to podcasts, videos, go on YouTube and watch many videos on topics of interest to you, and other collaborative technology tools. I also have to mention the power of mobile technologies. So nowadays, almost everyone has a mobile app, and also having a mobile-friendly website. So you find some people will create websites, but when someone tries to get onto those web pages on their phones, the pages are distorted. And when the pages are distorted, it's a put-off to a reader. So when you have a website, try and make sure it's mobile phone friendly. And then you can do text messaging for your marketing campaigns. So there's a lot of organizations now that are doing bulk SMS messaging. So where you can do a message and then you send it to multiple people, and the costs are quite affordable. So take advantage of those if you're a small business and you want to expand your reach. And then you also need to enable mobile payments. You can enable this on your apps that you have as a business, or provide this opportunity on your website. It just makes it easy. A lot of people will make payments through their mobile wallets. So just ensure you provide those kind of opportunities. It's something very complicated, yet we use cloud every day. Yeah, when you save your information, even your files or your emails, you're using cloud technologies. But there are other ways that if you are a small business and you want to either store your information on a server, there are organizations that provide affordable cloud computing services, and you only pay for what you need. And the advantage of cloud technologies is that you're able to manage your business from anywhere, at any time, on any device. So take advantage of cloud computing, especially if you're a small business. An example that I could give of a solution that small businesses are using is a platform called Zoho. And Zoho has 40 plus integrated applications that help you do a myriad of things. So it acts as a one-stop shop for marketing, for invoicing, for collaboration, and for finance. So take advantage of platforms like Zoho and the others if you want to have a one-stop shop as a business. Then if you already if you already have customers, a database of your customers, or you're already engaging customers on social media, you're generating a lot of data. And data is powerful. You have to use this data to help you grow as a business. So don't just collect data and you don't take advantage of it. Try and understand what that data is telling you as a business to grow. Yeah. So you can use Google Analytics. That is an example of a simple way to gauge your, your data, or to understand your data. If you can't do it yourself, there are people who can help you understand your data. You can use those kind of people, or just learn how to generate this kind of information. Okay. And then another thing, and this is not very common, but it's a powerful tool, is the use of online point of sale systems. Okay. And these you can use either on your iPad or on your Android phones to register solutions. And these solutions have different features. So you can have staff management added, you can have customer data collection, task automation, inventory management, and others on this point of sale registers. And examples that are used by small businesses and are popular across the world are Shopkeep and Vend. So if you look at my slides, you get links to these two, and you can see how they operate. And then you can also make use of accounting software, and this is very helpful when it comes to understanding your finances. And examples that you can use QuickBooks and Sage. How has technology helped me grow? So I tend to use webinars a lot. I will give an example. I'm an alumni of Tech Women, and Tech Women always has sessions every month where we discuss different topics. So I always try and pick webinars that cover topics that are of interest to me, and I attend those. Another way that tech has helped me grow is I have been contacted by headhunters who simply check out my LinkedIn pages, and I've also been approached for speaking engagements just because of what I have posted on my LinkedIn. I organize events and I also attend events. So I tend to go to sites like Eventbrite or Meetup, and I'll post my events there, or I'll attend events that are of interest there. I also build my networks through platforms like LinkedIn, WhatsApp groups that I'm part of. And so it's, it's up to you to decide how you're going to use technology. It's very helpful. How do you determine which areas of growth you should focus on? So you really have to look internally to decide where you want to grow, and then start deciding how or which areas technology will help you grow in. So for example, if you want to be promoted in a job, what you need to do is you need to have the right skills, and you need to have presence, for example, on LinkedIn, where where recruiters and hiring managers can easily check your profile, and also have, just take up courses or trainings with the required skills for the role that you want to be considered for. Okay, so and then you also have to, if you're a business, then again you also identify your needs that way. So if you want to cut down on your IT spend, for example, cloud technologies is the way to go. Yeah, so you have to figure out what you need as an individual or as a business, and then begin to look for the resources that are relevant for you. If you want to promote a product, for example, social media is the way to go. If you want to let people know about your product, websites and all are the way to go. Okay? Then you also have to think in terms of your budgets and the time available for you. So sometimes you have zero budget to maybe acquire a skill. So you'll have to look for those resources where you don't have to pay to get the knowledge. And as business too, if you're looking for a technology solution and your budget is nil, look for open resource related open source related options where you either have to pay nothing or you have to pay very little to do that. Time available, if you're looking to acquire a skill and maybe you're working full time and you don't have much time, maybe you would do with 1 hour courses per day or self-paced kind of courses. So those are the things that you look at to determine how you will go, but you first have to know which areas you need to go in. Okay. And then always make sure, especially for individuals, whatever path you choose should be something you enjoy doing. Because I have been a victim of this. You know, I subscribe to maybe learning a course and then I get bored along the way. So pick things that you know you will commit to and you will enjoy doing. Recommendations of resources that can help you grow. So there's a myriad of them, but there's a few that I felt I should share with you and bring up because a lot of people across the world have used these resources and like them. So the first one is Coursera, which was started by Stanford professors. And the good thing with the courses you find there, you can actually get certification. And Coursera, as at May 2015, offered 104 on-demand courses. So yeah, quite a lot of resources there. And then LinkedIn, which was formerly lynda.com, also has quite a number of resources as well. We are running out of time, I think, because we started a bit late, but in the next 4 minutes, I should be done. I should be done with this, and then we can go into the Q&A. So LinkedIn Learning, which was formerly lynda.com, also offers courses for resources and get information. Skillshare is also another beautiful platform. And the beauty of it is you learn by completing a project, okay? And the main course categories are in creative arts, design, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, technology, okay? Then there's Udemy. It has 15 million students and 57,000 instructors teaching courses in over 65 languages. And it is self-paced, so you can do it at your own pace, okay? And another platform that I would recommend is Docebo, which is a platform that is used by companies and their employees, partners, and customers. And not to forget, you have the beautiful monster, is it sorry, apologies. You have this program that majority of you are part of, and this is why you're part of this webinar. Take advantage of the likes of these platforms to learn and to grow yourselves. So a summary of the key takeaways, okay? Technology is a powerful tool and it can help you in your growth strategies. However, it's not a simple, straightforward process. It takes time and it involves learning. And you have to find ways to leverage, to incorporate this technology into what you do or what you want to achieve, okay? And another thing is that you have to know your personal and your business needs. Once you know that, then you'll know what technology will help you. Thirdly, you have to research on the opportunities available and use what you can afford, and that's within your budget. It does not have to be expensive. You do not have to spend a fortune. Just do, you know, what you can afford, and they're also very useful free options. Okay, if you're a business, you should test and build your technologies from the inside. So making use of what you already have, and then you know, you just use what you already have, and then build on that, and it's, you know, based on what works for your business or for you as an individual. Then you have to be visible, whether a business or a professional. You have to be visible. People have to know about you. People have to be able to find you, or people have to understand who you are and what you are about. Once people know that, then you'll be good to go. Thank you very much for listening to this. Apologies for the loss of sound at the beginning of the webinar, but I'm sure I have gone through what, the vital points, and now we'll be open. I'm open to take questions from you, and we'll answer those in the next within the next 15 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, so you can either type your questions, and I'll be able to answer those. So I'll be looking out in the chat area. Questions? I hope I've not been too complicated. 30 minutes is a very short time. Okay. What would you say is the most effective way to sell your business on the internet? Okay, so my thinking is you need to have a website presence. If you have a website presence, then you're able to get people visiting your website and getting them to understand what you are about. So websites can be complicated. By complicated, I mean have a lot of features and maybe interactive, or they can be very basic where you only just basically give a one-page sort of site that tells people what your business is about, where you're located, and how to be contacted. Okay, so having a website presence is very important, and there are ways that you can get yourself easily on the website. So you can use either free resources. I gave some examples. Wix is a good one. WordPress is another. You just go on there and even do the website yourself. If you want something more fancy and something that needs the touch of an expert, then you hire a web developer to do that for you. But if you're only starting up and you're on a limited budget, you can do that yourself, or just get somebody. There are sites like Fiverr.com where you pay minimally and get somebody to do for you something for around $5, kind of thing. So it depends on how complicated you want your website to be, and what you want it to do. So if you're doing crafts, for example, if you're in the crafts business and you do a lot of craft work, you want those images of your crafts on that website, then you put them there. But then again, you can also just do simple things like use social media. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, and post about your products. So websites and social media are the easiest and best ways to get word out there of who you are. So that was addressing Omoteniola's question. I will look at Timmy's question. Are there any simple tools that could help me manage my workload as a career person? Okay. So career people are tools that can help you manage your workload. You need project management tools so that you have a picture of what tasks you have. So tasks or project management tool. So you're working, you have all these things to do, and you have to keep track and know what your deadlines are. you have to have a tool that can help you put all this together, and then you track you track how far you are and you're meeting your deadlines. If you're working with a team, then you engage that team. So an example of a tool that you could use is Google Docs, where you share your documents with other team members, and then everybody gets to see what everyone is doing, and you can allocate tasks. You can, exchange information on there. Or you can use Slack. It's also a very good tool, especially if you're dealing with teams, to understand what you have to do. Otherwise, you can just use even simple tools like Excel, where you go and put in your information and then track it. And then, yeah, you follow through what you've been doing and what you can, where you need to quicken up or how far behind, and also get feedback. So those are simple examples I can give of how to track what you're doing as an individual and at work as well. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, we have about 3 more minutes to the end of the webinar. So I could take one question maybe. Okay, there's no further questions. I hope what I've been speaking about will be helpful to you. Technology is great at helping us get things done. It's just a matter of finding out what works. And you could always refer back to the link to the slides that I shared at the beginning of this. And learn a bit more. And the list, like I said, is not exhaustive. The examples I've given there are just a guide. You could always get more resources and use those. And I believe you'll be able to get to where you want to get once you identify what you need to do. So without wasting up any more time, I will end the stream. And I wish you the best as you use technology to grow. Thank you.